We have Monsters 3.
All right, so over here by Nightmare Fuel, you can clearly see we have a little update about the rumored Killer Clowns Tear Tram.
It's Jawsome today.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2025 update. We're gonna have a dual announcement day. We're gonna have the last original house announced for Universal Studios Orlando. So on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights shirt of the day. We're gonna go back to 2002, right? Islands of Fear. This is one of the rarest HHN shirts out there. So on that note, let's roll the commercial.
It is Halloween Horror Nights, a special ticket event that takes place after theme park hours.
Islands of Adventure was a park designed around thrills and thrill rides. And Halloween Horror Nights, the event itself, is all about thrills and chills. It takes us all of about 2 hours to do it, and it's an army of people, and they're choreographed to the point where everybody knows what they have to do in a certain period of time. It's almost like a ballet, that's how it happens.
One of the lands that gets this twisted facelift is Marvel Superhero Island. By day, this Islands of Adventure land is home to superheroes, where mild-mannered people are safe to roam the streets. By night, good has been crushed. The villains have won, and humans are in danger. This land morphs into Island Under Siege.
Carnage, which is the master villain of our island, basically is the master of the space. He's basically turned the whole island into kind of chaotic space.
Overturned cars, smoke and fire, and mangled villains make Marvel Superhero Island feel like nothing short of a theme park war zone. Amongst the rubble and rampage of Island Under Siege is one of the event's 5 mazes, Maximum Carnage.
You have to navigate through this kind of barbed wire experience with gamma radiation and toxic chemicals, target practice with laser beams, and all the while these evil henchmen and supervillains chasing you, wanting to capture you and make you part of their evil clan. Maximum Carnage is an interesting attraction. There's a lot of actors popping out of nowhere. It's different from the other attractions, which is always good.
A run through Maximum Carnage can be very threatening and make you feel out of control. Or at least that's how the Universal designers want you to feel.
Maximum Carnage, the core scare, is all about threatening environments. It's about being out of control.
So how did they create an atmosphere that appears to be threatening while keeping it safe? It's all about the high-tech toys.
Basically, one of the scares we use in all the houses are these pneumatic devices. They're handed to the character, and as the guests walk through, they're frightened by the sound. And if that doesn't scare them, that will. This is the vortex, or the tunnel. It's a lightweight cylindrical device that spins around a bridge as you're walking through it. It's basically backlit to give a disorienting effect that makes you kind of want to grab onto the rails because you're not sure of the motion that's going through. Basically, this is the waterfall effect. It consists of a series of pool pumps that draws the water out of a pool vat area, pumps it up 10 feet into the air. The water gently cascades over to the side. We accent this with lighting effects to give it more disorienting of effect, and then we scare from opposite directions for full effect.
So what's it like to take a trip through Maximum Carnage? Now it's your turn to find out. A maze of twisted metal, chain link fences, and Carnage's henchmen are on the loose. The music is deafening. The lights are blinding as you trudge through pools of toxic waste. A tunnel disorients you, and then...
Welcome back. Let's head in. This is like the grand finale of the week. Okay, so Universal posted this haunted house announcement. Gallican monsters of the north. In a remote northern village, a wicked being rises from the dead with a horde of monsters. Try to escape the belly of the beast. Tickets on sale now. You can see this terrifying witch with these horns. Looks like there's a giant wolf to the side. This house is gonna be creepy, I feel like, and probably cold because it looks like there's gonna be a lot of snow in it. So Jordan, who worked on the house, said this: "We got a big old showstopper in here, and it's a beauty. One of those wow moments that makes HHN HHN." That tweet gets me excited for this. We've been doing the daily series all this week with all the original houses. No HHN update tomorrow. I gotta rest for a little bit because each one of these videos takes about 10 to 15 hours to produce. By the time I get into the car, the time you guys are watching it right on YouTube, it's about 10 to 15 hours. So doing that 5 days in a row, my brain is a little foggy. On that note, Murdy's been tweeting up some projects. We're gonna have a double Murdy tweet time in this video. So on that note, let's do the first time.
I think it's John Murdy right there.
John. All right, so John first tweeted out this: tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Creeps in this petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lightened fools the way to dusty death. So John is teasing that something big is about to be announced today because this was posted yesterday. John also posted this: "Do you want to know what true horror is? Been stuck in a car for the last 3.5 hours as my daughters play High School Musical soundtrack on repeat as we drive to Dublin to see Dua Lipa tonight. The things girl dads do for the kids." I guess John just can't bop to the top with that soundtrack. Okay, welcome back. Let's pop into the Wicked Tribute store. They got the Wicked vinyl soundtrack now. You can pick it up here in the store. All right, we're heading over to 5 and Dime now to see if they've had the inkling of starting to put out merch. Let's just show off the whole light montage. There's too many to go over. Yeah, so some of those lights are always there, and then a lot of them have popped up just for the scares in this year. All right, let's pop into 5 and Dime. We got a new Frankensteins Monster collectible. Look at this thing. Incredibly highly detailed. $400 for that figure. $1,100 for this Dracula figure. Let's see all the rats down there, the spiders. I like the jewels that are on the eyes. All right, bride. Frankie, what time is this merch drop happening? I know you can speak a few words. An hour from now.
An hour? It's a click of time for me.
1 hour later.
We have Monstros 3.
Wait, so no, what, they even, what are we doing, Hollywood? All right, so bad news. We did get an announcement for Hollywood, but not the IP that we wanted. So there's no new merch right now. It might drop at 1. Maybe they're doing a triple announcement day. So let's go over new original house coming for Universal Studios Hollywood. All right, so here's the announcement. Monstros 3, The Ghosts of Latin America, Haunted House announcement, 1 Whales, 1 Bites, 1 Beguiles, La Llorona, La Melona, and La Segaguanaba. I'm sorry if I mispronounced those. Await in the Dark. 3 Legends, La Muerta, Wants You to Meet, and You'll Wish You Never Did. Here's a better look at the creatures and the artwork. All right, so Megan 2. We saw it. We went to AMC last night and watched Megan 2. Oh, here's the Megan popcorn bucket. I think it's like 40-something dollars, but the face comes off. And then there it is. There's a Megan right over there. It's time to try the new Megan drink. All right, Captain Meganade, dangerously refreshing, spiced rum with watermelon lemonade. It's to die for. There's like Megan's paper cutter shoved in there. And then there it is. That's how it looks. The AMC drinks always hit. They get the job done. Interesting film. It's not a horror movie. It's a sci-fi action comedy. Imagine Megan, but in a Spy Kids film. That's how it was. I will say some of the comedic jokes worked incredibly well. our entire theater was laughing and clapping. So there's a lot of great Megan moments. I think that's when the movie shines, is when Megan is there. When it's the human storyline, no one cares about the humans. The movie really drags when it's like the human scenes. It felt like a 3-hour-long movie, but I think it's like a 2-hour-long movie. So when Megan's in it, it's great. Humans, terrible. I'm gonna do a 6 out of 10. There's some good elements to it, but I think the first one is better. But there's absolutely no horror elements within it at all. We will see you in a couple years, Megan, for the 3rd film. Okay, Universal. Literally yesterday, the video went live. Coming in today, the sign has been fixed. That is awesome. That's so good. That's just awesome. Next day. It's fixed. When there is something wrong, they fix it like immediately the next day. Well, since Universal got that done, there's one other little issue I noticed yesterday. Let's point out and see how long it takes Universal to fix that. Okay, we're off to Men in Black to show you the other little issue. All right, lumber's still there on the bridge. They've added a bit of tarping on the scaffolding underneath the bridge, so not too much movement yet. Okay, so outside Men in Black.
I love the family.
Do the donuts, there we go. I have so many questions. What just happened? Okay, so let's show off the thing over here. All right, over here, restroom sign, but it's been like this for a very long time. You know, the S is gone. Universal, if you could fix this next, that'd be awesome. All right, so over here by Nightmare Fuel, you can clearly see one of the buildings back there. You can see kind of the distressing to it. They kind of fit in, I think, with that same kind of gothic horror vibe that they're going for this year. All right, so if you look off to the right, it almost looks like a Grim Reaper, and then to the left is kind of like this like ripped up, almost looking like a tent. But they're saying it's gonna be a very different story this year. Yesterday I heard all sorts of construction, nothing today on the Amity bathrooms. They still got to do the siding. How's Amity doing today?
It's Jossum today.
It's Jossum?
Indeed it is, my friend.
All right, so like Monsters 3 being announced. Really, guys? Like, that's what I was kind of hearing was going to happen this year, but there's always like that part of me deep down, it's like, I don't want that again this year. So like Monsters 1, masterpiece, 10 out of 10, a masterclass designed haunt. And they did Monsters 2 last year. Literally a copy and paste. The exact same layout, the exact same everything. They just did a slight overlay on it, changed the costumes, but it felt like the exact same house in the exact same like area. Heavily rumored Scarecrow, which is a recycled house. Poltergeist, which is apparently another recycled house. And then Monsters 3, Hollywood. I love you guys. What's going on? Did FanFest really take up that much creative like brain power with designing and budgets and everything where it's like, this is what we're getting for this year's HHN in Hollywood? John. Okay, so John tweeted out this, still in a car and about to go on the train, so we'll try to give you some details about today's announcement of the final act in a trilogy we started back in 2023. Unless I pull a classic horror movie move and make another sequel. Location is going to be the Parisian Courtyard. Monstrous was always intended to be a trilogy. The direction I give my production designers every year for the facade is, it's like we're planning the camera to focus on a different part of the cemetery each year. We can see the new part of the cemetery coming together now. The Cemetery of the Lost is where all the victims, the monstros, are buried, and it is also a supernatural portal into their worlds. This time, it will take you to Mexico, Central America, and South America. Muerto, the caretaker, is back again, but this time you'll meet his pet. I've loved the opportunity to bring these stories from Latin America to life, working closely with my colleagues at Universal Studios Hollywood to make sure we get every detail right. But the credit for the inspiration lies with you, my boils and ghouls, who first brought them to my attention years ago. Albert said, "Can you share with us who helped working on this house?" John says, "I wrote it, but I consult with people at Universal Studios Hollywood to ensure its cultural accuracy. But I do a ton of research on these, so generally don't change much." And then John says, "I'm also proud this house is focused on 3 female characters. When I was a kid, female representation in horror was mainly girls screaming and running from the killer. The horror icons were all dudes. Now it will be you who are running and screaming from these female monstros." So it's 1 o'clock, we're heading back to 5 and dime. Maybe they might do the IP announcement at 1, but there have been a bunch more leaks about merchandise. Okay, so Epic Florida Shorts, looks like they've leaked more merchandise for HHN 34 this year. Here we can see a mug with this like gargoyle, that same stained glass kind of bloody design in the back. Over here, this could be a Mel's Dying snow globe. And then this looks to be a Terrifier bag. Again, Terrifier has still not officially been announced. And then here it looks like, again, there's gonna be a whole Mel's die-in collection. So it's like a zombie's head on a platter. They had a bunch of decorations around the truss work over here for the 4th of July. It's like little fireworks. We're now 2 minutes away to 1. I think this is what you guys don't realize. Like, you see all the posts online, right? And it's like, it's Matt just chilling here for like 5 hours. Just like waiting.
So much time. You're time wasters, aren't you?
We are. We love wasting time. Maybe next week?
I'm not telling you. I just enjoy seeing you.
Oh, thank you, Doc. It looks just like Marty's protective suit. It says Back to the Future right there. It's got like the hazard black and yellow on the bottom. Here's a look at the hood. Radioactive. Contains plutonium, time travel, plutonium handled with care. So you're looking at $95 for this rain jacket.
I told you, if Shaggy and Scooby were here though, they would have been losing their minds.
Okay, I'm fine.
Oh, it's bad. Okay,
No, stop looking in the mirror.
I'm not even saying like anything like Bloody Mary, so I don't know why it's
Okay, so it's like 1:30 now. When it comes to the rumors and speculation and everything that we're hearing, it's all a game of telephone, right? Who heard what? Is this person credible? Is it not? Like, that's how it is. So I'm guessing next week we will get the announcement. Who knows? They might just open the event and not announce anything. Let it just be a surprise for everyone. But let's go to Citywalk now. All right, we've made it to Citywalk now. They've torn down even more trees. Are they gonna do anything with the Nickelodeon building or the Blue Man Group building? I know there was like wasn't there like a university using some of the office rooms or something for like computer game animation or something? But yeah, they're tearing out everything. Oh my gosh, there's nothing left. Okay, let's pop in the Super Nintendo. We'll go over the next section of merchandise. All right, we've done this section. We've done this section. Let's do this section today. Again, there's so much merchandise. I don't know what's new and what's old. To get familiarized, for me and for you guys, we're going section by section, right? Every single update video. $90, they're gonna have this Yoshi jacket. It's nice and embroidered. And then on the back, you're gonna have Yoshi just chilling there. I wish the weather was better in Florida because this thing is 100% polyester, so you would sweat to death. $35. They got the colored Yoshi pillow. Now on the other side is gonna be this. I like this side better, nice and embroidered right there, and then kind of the montage for that side. $28 for this little kid colored Yoshi shirt. $45 for this long sleeve shirt. It's gonna say Yoshi right there. You have a bunch of the different colored eggs. Let's see if there's anything on the back. Oh yeah, look, all the different colored Yoshis on the back. $35. They're gonna have this little kid kind of crop top Yoshi shirt, and then $35 for this shirt. I actually own this shirt. This is a great shirt because all the Yoshis are on the front and the back. Feels like a straight up 90s shirt. $30 for some Yoshi slippers. Honestly, they don't feel too high quality. They kind of feel like Walmart or Target. $37 for this Yoshi kind of beanbag pillow. Why is there a zipper? What's on the inside? Oh, it's a Yoshi egg. Oh, okay. There's Yoshi, and then you can turn it inside out. Then you have a little Yoshi egg. This looked like from the movie The Thing, just like this like weird parts of something mixed with something else. So we got 3 sections down, so many more to go over in the coming months. Okay, on that note, go back to the office. The heat's getting to me. Okay guys, we're back in the office. We have a little update about the rumored Killer Clowns Terror Tram. As we talked about in the last update, people saw that sign in front of Jason Universe, and then we're trying to connect these theories, thinking Killer Clowns from Outer Space was gonna end up at the Terror Tram. So we have a little update on that. So Albert tweeted out this. Looks like an overnight change was made at the Jason facade. We need more info. So if you look over there to the left was gonna be the crescent moon, right? That was teasing, potentially rumored that a Killer Clowns from Outer Space Terror Tram might be coming, but this is what I thought was gonna happen. They just covered up and it says Crystal Lake. Yeah, I'm sure Killer Clowns will return one day, but it was just a reused prop. That is the end of our kind of daily HHN updates. We have a ton of more coming, but I'm gonna take the next couple days off. So guys, on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
I love the family.
Because I'm going to keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love you all, and I'll see y'all very soon.
Thrills and chills.
Hey, no, no, hey, no.
I just enjoy
Hootery?